We are conducting free online workshop on PriceNap Mastering Action Strategies conducted by Empirical Academy. So here to conduct the session, we have Mr. Saurabh Jain as our faculty. So I would welcome Saurabh sir with some introduction. Mr. Saurabh Jain is a dynamic and a qualified coach. He is a CA, CS, CFA, FRM, CFP, CWM, CTEP, CCRA, CIRA, and AIM. He is pursuing his PhD, LLB, CMT, and CAIA to converse his passion for teaching. His inimitable style of delivery serves a testimony to the fact that he has trained over 1 lakh participants on this day, spread over the past 15 invigorating years of teaching and mentoring them for the various diverse finance courses he conducts. He is also an All India rank holder and an honor diploma holder in software engineering. He is a coach of most known financial planner, portfolio manager, and wealth manager pan-India, as he himself is an active trader training over 100 algo arbitrator in the stock market on the daily basis. Presently, apart from Empirical Academy, he takes session for NSC Academy, BSc Training Institute, RBI, NISM, SEBI, Income Tax Institute, St. Xavier's University, American Academy of Financial Management, Mutual Fund Houses, ICICI, BIBS, and Credit Academy on areas like advanced technical analysis and fundamental analysis, advanced derivatives, equity research, investment advisory, financial planning, wealth management, financial management, algo trading, high frequency trading, fintech, blockchain, big data, cryptocurrency, and robo advisory. We welcome you, sir. Happy learning to all of you, and I would request sir to start with the workshop. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much. So, very good afternoon to all of you. So, this is Saurabh Jain, and I will be conducting this session or this webinar. You can say it's a small session of 60 minutes wherein we are going to understand the price action concept, the price action strategy. This is one strategy which I have generally not ever covered in my lectures during my sessions which I have taken. But at the same time, I believe that this is the end goal of all the traders. And that is why it is something which is unique. So it is open to all. Let's say you are somebody who has never traded in the stock markets. Let's say you are somebody who has been an avid trader. Let's say you are somebody who has done some courses earlier on technical analysis, maybe through me or to somebody else. You have read about technical analysis, you're already trading. Whoever you are, there will be something here in these 60 minutes which you are going to take home, and you are going to become a better trader after this. Now, the idea here is to understand where we are standing and where we want to go, and to understand the role of price action overall. Okay, so there are a lot of participants which we have today in this webinar, wherein they are not aware about the basics of candlesticks also. Let's say they have never even seen what is a candlestick. And then there are some few participants here who, let's say, are aware about the basics of technical analysis, but not advanced, or let's say something higher than that. And then there are certain candidates who I can see they have been doing some courses and all that, maybe through me also, my existing students also, let's say. So they also have a good idea about technical analysis. We have a mixed batch here. And so it will not be possible for me to kind of delight all of you about it. But then what I will try my best is I will try in 60 minutes to take you from the very basics to the advanced level of this concept. Okay. So maybe you are somebody who is who has not done anything in technical analysis, versus you may be somebody who knows a little bit of technical analysis. Never mind, there is something for everybody, but patience is the key. Okay, so maybe when your portion comes, maybe when something relating to what you are seeking from this webinar comes, then that portion could be really, really relevant for you. Other portion may not be that relevant for you if you have not done, if you have already done something in technical analysis. Again, when I'm covering the basics, everybody would understand. But when I'm covering a little bit of advanced topic during this 60-minute journey, it is possible that some of you who are absolutely raw and beginners to this journey, you may not understand. And that is why a proper system of learning is very important. starting from, just like we have in our system of schooling in any country, we start from nursery and kindergarten, and then we move up to class 1, class 2, then we go to high school, undergrad, and then postgrad and all that. Similarly, in technical analysis ka journey also, we move like this. Okay, so we would obviously be trying our best to, let's say, cover everything possible in a nutshell, right from nursery all the way to postgrad. Okay, let's see. Right, so just a small little I would say initiative from me to call you all on a Sunday afternoon, where otherwise you may just be relaxing here and there maybe, but then this is just a small initiative so that we learn something for the upcoming week. And whatever I'm going to cover with you right now, if you can try it out in the markets next week, you will definitely make a lot of money, irrespective of the market direction. I know that the market is literally at its all-time high, right? But even if we are at an all-time high, we have seen some kind of resistance on the last day. The selling came because of Infosys, Reliance, etc. But and the global cues were also not very positive. But then if that selling will continue next week, then also you can make money irrespective of the direction of the market. Whatever I'm going to discuss with you, it will really help you. That is the reason I've called you on this Sunday afternoon, just trying my best to contribute something from my side to the world of technical analysis and to your existing knowledge. There are a few participants who are requesting for covering the session in Hindi also. So what I will do is, but then we have some participants here who are not very much comfortable with Hindi. Okay, so I don't know how to again please everyone here, but then I will try my best to cover everything in English along with some portions in Hindi if you don't understand. Okay, so it's not that I'm going to just follow one language. I'm going to divide it between English and vernacular. Okay, so yes, हम लोग थोड़ा हिंदी भी कर लेंगे कवर, थोड़ा हम लोग otherwise English भी cover करेंगे, mix कर लेंगे ताकि कुछ we have some participants joining in from South India who generally prefer English over Hindi, right? And then we have some participants from again North India, East India who would prefer, let's say, Hindi or any other vernacular language. So obviously it is very important. I will just mix and cover it accordingly, right? Abhi screen pe kuch nahi hai. It is just a whiteboard. There is nothing on the screen. I'm going to start scribbling on the screen. I'm going to explain a few things. I would first of all give you all 1 minute time to bring a notebook, okay? Because जो भी मैं बोल रहा हूँ वो आपको लिखना पड़ेगा. If you don't write it, you will not understand it. There is a complicated concept which I am breaking down in 60 minutes and making it easy for you. है कॉम्प्लिकेटेड, लेकिन अगर आप उसको ध्यान से समझोगे तो बहुत इजी लगेगा. इसीलिए बोल रहा हूं, एक नोटबुक लेके आ जाइए, एक पेन पेपर लेके बैठिए. आई एम गिविंग यू 1 minute टाइम बाय द वॉच. ओके, डोंट वरी, हम लोग का 60 मिनट स्टार्ट नहीं हुआ. हम लोग का 60 मिनट तब स्टार्ट होगा जब मैं बोलूंगा. ठीक है, सो टेक 1 minute टाइम, ब्रिंग अ नोटबुक और पेन क्विकली. जल्दी करिए. All right, so I think everybody has got it. Now we can start off. So for the beginners, the first few minutes for the beginners, okay, it is 2:15. We are going to end it at 3:15. All right, so our 60 minutes starts now. All right, now, first of all, just remember one thing, that whenever you are doing any analysis in the world of stock markets or any other markets where prices go up or down, it could be crypto, it could be currency, it could be commodity, it could be anything which moves up and down, and it can be portrayed on a chart. All right, we have two analysis. One is fundamental analysis, another is technical analysis, right? You all know that fundamental analysis has got nothing to do with chart movements. It is more of calculative based, right? So we create ratios, financial statements, etc. Now, what is technical analysis? Technical analysis tries to take fundamental analysis to the next level without putting a lot of effort and looking at the financial statements and analyzing the markets properly. Just looking at the charts, we try to guess the market movement, correct? That's what technical analysis is, and everybody knows it, right? Now, in technical analysis, there are two basic data which we get, okay? The first data which we get is called price data, and the other data which we get is called the volume data, okay? And with these two data itself, we have created a world of technical analysis around us. Now, how many things are covered in the world of technical analysis? हम लोग ने कितनी चीजें देखी हैं, क्या-क्या सुनी है टेक्निकल एनालिसिस के बारे में? हमने सुना है कि टेक्निकल एनालिसिस में एक कैंडलस्टिक चार्ट होता है, राइट? हमने सुना है सपोर्ट एंड रेजिस्टेंस होता है, राइट? वी हैव हर्ड दैट देयर इज समथिंग कॉल्ड क्लासिक चार्ट पैटर्न, जैसे हेड एंड शोल्डर टॉप, हेड एंड शोल्डर बॉटम, ये सब। तो कुछ क्लासिक चार्ट पैटर्न्स होते हैं जो कि मार्केट्स में होते हैं। हमने सुन रखा है कि कुछ टेक्निकल इंडिकेटर्स होते हैं, राइट? टेक्निकल इंडिकेटर्स। हमने सुना है कुछ ट्रेंड बोल के होता है, ट्रेंड एनालिसिस लोग करते हैं, राइट? हमने ये भी सुन रखा है कि कुछ प्राइस एक्शन होता है, जो आज हमारा फोकस है, राइट? दैट्स आवर फोकस टुडे, राइट? सो कुछ प्राइस एक्शन करके कुछ होता है, राइट? देयर आर एंडलेस थिंग्स व्हिच वी नो, व्हिच वी हैव हर्ड अबाउट टेक्निकल एनालिसिस, राइट? नाउ ये सब जो हम लोग देखते हैं, करते हैं, ये सब का रॉ क्या है, रॉ मटेरियल क्या है, ये सब का रॉ डेटा क्या है? प्राइस एंड वॉल्यूम, करेक्ट? इवेंचुअली ये सब वहीं से आता है, करेक्ट? लेट्स से इफ देयर इज नो वाटर, you can never grow a crop, right? The seed will never germinate, you will never have flowers, you will never have vegetables, and you will never have fruits, correct? So the source of all of this is water. Water may not be the only thing, you also need sunlight, you also need minerals, but the main important thing in the process of photosynthesis क्या है वो? Price. मतलब हमारे मार्केट के लिए water, right? तो price, and दूसरा है volume. तो जब हमको कोई प्लांट ग्रो करना है तो हमको चाहिए एक वाटर, एक सॉइल में मिनरल्स और एक सनलाइट। तीन चीज कॉम्बिनेशन करने से ही कुछ बन सकता है। तो इवेंचुअली ये सब किससे आया? हाउ हैज ऑल ऑफ दिस कम फ्रॉम? इट हैज कम फ्रॉम दीज टू बेसिक थिंग्स। सो प्राइस क्या है? प्राइस इज द मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट टूल फॉर द डेटा विच वी हैव। इफ you have the price, we can apply certain formulas on it and it becomes technical indicator, जैसे कि moving average, MACD, RSI, Bollinger Bands, stochastics, Williams percentage R. These are all technical indicators which we know can be calculated using the formulas. ठीक है? These are all calculated using formulas which are applied on the price data, correct? How do we get these classic chart patterns? Like you must have heard that, like, let's say if the market moves like this is called a head and shoulder top pattern. This is left shoulder, this is head, and this is right shoulder. We have movements like this is called double top, right? We have double bottom, right? So ये सब किससे बनता है? ये चार्ट किससे बनता है? ये प्राइस ही तो है, राइट? तो प्राइस से बनता है, राइट? अच्छा, अब ये हमारा रेजिस्टेंस हो गया, दिस इज ऑल्सो कॉल्ड रेजिस्टेंस। ये हमारा सपोर्ट हो गया। नाउ दिस इज ऑल, द फर्स्ट फ्यू मिनट्स इज ओनली फॉर दोज हु हैव जीरो आइडिया ऑफ टेक्निकल एनालिसिस, ओके? सो मैं जल्दी से समझाता हूं कि व्हेन यू हैव रिकॉर्डेड द हिस्टोरिकल प्राइसेस ऑफ अ स्टॉक, okay, that is the data which you can use to predict the future using technical analysis, right? Now when we take the price in hand, okay, हम लोग जब प्राइस लेते हैं तो हम लोग एक एक्सिस बनाते हैं। वर्टिकल एक्सिस पे हम लोग प्राइस लिखते हैं एंड हॉरिजॉन्टल एक्सिस पे हम लोग टाइम लिखते हैं। वी पुट द प्राइस ऑन द वर्टिकल एक्सिस, वी पुट द टाइम ऑन द हॉरिजॉन्टल एक्सिस, ऑलराइट? नाउ लेट्स से दिस इज 110, 120, 130, 140, 150, 160 like this, right? And this is the time, this is yesterday, this is today. Or let's say this is 5 days earlier, 4 days earlier, 3 days earlier, 2 days earlier, 1 day earlier, and this is today, okay? Now let's say in the last few days the prices have risen from 100 to 120 to 130 to 140. Today it is 150. So these are the prices which we have mapped, right? And now we can join all of these together and then we get a chart, right? The movement of this chart sometimes takes some shapes, and those shapes create these patterns, right? Now this chart is a line chart, okay? Because for every day we are taking one price, right? Now, for every day, instead of taking one price, we can take maximum 4 prices. What are those 4 prices? Open, high, low and close. हम लोग हर दिन का 4 प्राइस भी तो ले सकते हैं. If we are taking 4 prices, which means उस दिन का open price 9:15 AM, उस दिन का highest price किसी भी time between 9:15 to 3:30, उस दिन का lowest price during the day, and उस दिन का क्लोजिंग प्राइस अगेन ड्यूरिंग द डे. ये 4 प्राइजेस को अगर हम एक दिन पे वो 4 लेवल को हम जब ज्वाइन करते हैं तो बन जाता है कैंडल. दैट इज व्हाट इज कॉल्ड कैंडल स्टिक चार्ट, राइट? सो कैंडल स्टिक चार्ट में प्राइजेस, इसका शेप अलग होता है, right? But the shapes are like this because we have to distinguish between which one is high low and which one is open close. But at the end, it reflects only 4 prices on the price axis, on the vertical price axis. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 prices ये बताता है हर candle. Okay. Now, these candlesticks also can be of various shapes. I'm not saying patterns, I'm saying shapes. जैसे कि candle ऐसा भी हो सकता है, 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 कैसा भी हो सकता है. And that is why we call it candlestick patterns, which is actually invented in Japan. So we call it Japanese candlestick pattern. So the Japanese candlestick pattern are resistance. क्या चाहिए? Price. Classic chart pattern, and that is what's called price action. Are you all getting it now? थोड़ा सा समझ में आ रहा है, right? So there are various stages in which people can take or enter into the world of technical analysis. Okay, बहुत सारे stages पे लोग होते हैं, आप लोग भी अलग अलग stage पे हैं. There are various people here who are from right from the basics till advanced in this webinar, trying to get something out of it because you are all wanting to make money. अगर पैसा कमाना है तो ये जो सेशन है इसको पूरा अच्छे से घोल के पी जाओ, ठीक है? Just try and understand the overview which I am explaining today here, and you will be able to understand everything about technical analysis in just 60 minutes. So our goal is to start with technical analysis. Fine, that's your goal. You are already doing it. Maybe you want to do it, right? Now, in the world of technical analysis, there are two. ये मेरा analysis है. This is my thing. You will not find it in any book, any YouTube video, internet. कहीं नहीं मिलने वाला ये सब, ठीक है? This is just and just wholly exclusively something which is conceptualized by me. And I have not written any book on this right now. So that's why you will not get it anywhere. All right. So I believe that in the stocks, in the markets, in the price chart, in any kind of technical analysis, there are two schools of thoughts. दो तरीके के लोग होते हैं, ठीक है? One are those people who are price what? Price. There is a word I'm looking at. Like I want to say something like price advocates, price supporters, right? Price endorsers. So I will use a very simple word for that. And that word would be price defenders. Okay. This is something which I have coined. Okay. All right. आप अपना हिसाब से इसको कुछ भी नाम दे सकते हो. You can give it any name you want. All right. So there are some people who are price defenders. Okay. Not makers, price defenders. Okay. Yes. You can call it price followers also. I would like that word as well. Let's say you can call them price patrons. Okay. They adhere to the price. Right. And then there are some people who are actually price objectors. Okay. Which means that they would always object to the present price, which means they will always disapprove or resist the price. They will always be contrarians. मतलब उनको ये वो लोग हैं जो इस चीज में बिलीव करते हैं कि जो प्राइस हमको दिख रहा है वो सही है, ठीक है? ऑलराइट, उनको लगता है कि टेक्निकल एनालिसिस का मतलब ये होता है कि बी be with what is shown to you. ठीक है, right? Now, or be with, I would say, what is being seen, not shown. ठीक है, be with what is being seen on the chart. आपको chart में जो दिख रहा है आप वो करिए. I'll explain what this science means. Okay, this science, what it means is that if, let's say, the price is going down and it's going up and it's going down and it's going up and it's going down and it's going up. Now, if you have realized there is definitely a resistance here, correct? Now, in this resistance, it is quite possible that the price finally, after meeting a resistance here and here 2 times, next time it will go up. So this is called a breakout, right? Price breakout. And this is called basically, this calls for going long and short. You know what is long, what is short, which means buying and selling. So you can buy here after a breakout, right? Now, this is what price defenders would say, that let's go with the price. Okay, so आपको लगेगा यही price action है. Actually, ये price action नहीं है. And I have read more than 1600 books in technical analysis in my own life, and I have not found anybody talking about this. And this has really worked for me. I can prove that it has worked for me. And that is why I am just here to tell you that जो भी मैंने सीखा है, the entire knowledge of my life of last 17-18 years, I'm just trying to pour it in 15 minutes, in 60 minutes to all of you in 15 minute ka 4 stages. So the basic portion is of 15 minutes and I'm covering that right now. ठीक है, अब आप समझिए इस पूरे concept को. Try to understand. People who are price defenders will always trust what is seen. Okay, they don't doubt. Whereas those people who are price objectors will always doubt. Now, it is possible that if the price has met a resistance 2-3 times and finally it is breaking out, is there a guarantee that this breakout will sustain? No. Which means it is possible कि ये breakout आपको दिखाया गया है. It was shown to you. ठीक है? And then from there it goes down. Correct? And you lose your money because when you went long here, आपने जब यहाँ खरीदा, आपने यहाँ stop loss रखा, आप stop loss हुआ, which means you sold it, and उसके बाद price और गिरा. Correct? So आपका loss लग गया. So there are some people who believe that market में जो दिखता है वही सही है. And some people who realize that market जो दिखाता है वो दिखाने के लिए है. But actually होता उल्टा है. What it means is हम जो technical में chart देख रहे हैं, whatever chart we are seeing on in technical analysis, it is not the real chart. It is the chart which people want us to see. It is what is shown to us. By whom? By the institutions. So it's always a fight between retail and institutions. Now tell me from your own experience, who makes money in the market? The retailers or the institutions? कौन पैसा बना रहा है? Even though institutions get money from us only, right? हम लोग से ही तो पैसा मिलता है. Mutual funds को, insurance companies को, pension funds को, portfolio managers को, fund managers को, correct? But who is actually making the money? They are making the money and they're taking our money only to make that money. But इस बीच में retail trader कहाँ जाएगा? So try to get this. The first stage of every person who has come to the world of technical analysis is they believe on price, because Dow theory पढ़ते हैं हम, right? हम बहुत सारे theories पढ़ते हैं तो हमको लगता है हाँ, price is everything and price is always right. Correct, I understand. But you know what? Actually, price is correct, I understand. But there are only 2 people in the market. One is a buyer, another is a seller. There is no third party. There is only demand and supply. There is no third thing. Correct? Demand creates buying and buyers, and supply creates sellers. Correct? Buyer, seller, demand, supply. Now, it is quite possible that a fake demand is created so that buyers come and prices rise, so that sellers are able to sell in huge quantity at the higher price. ऐसा तो हो ही सकता है. But price defenders will not agree to it. Price objectors will say yes, यही होता है मार्केट में कि हम लोग जैसे ही खरीदते हैं वो प्राइस हाईएस्ट हो जाता है, हम जैसे ही बेचते हैं वो प्राइस लोवेस्ट हो जाता है. मतलब हमने जिस दिन बेचा उस दिन से प्राइस ऊपर, जिस दिन हमने प्राइस खरीदा उस दिन से प्राइस नीचे. हमारा स्टॉप लॉस ट्रिगर होता है, उसके बाद प्राइस घूम जाता है. This problem is with everybody, which means all of us are actually retail traders. That is why we are not able to see what is shown to us. We are just able to see something which on the chart is shown, but actually it's not the reality. हम वो देखना नहीं चाहते जो इसके पीछे है. And this is called market trap. So in the world of technical analysis, there is a school of thought which is called a trap concept. All right. And if you understand the trap concept, then also you can make money. Now, the beauty of this entire discussion is that इसमें भी पैसा बनता है and इसमें भी पैसा बनता है. ठीक है? And आपको decide करना है कि आपको क्या करना है. Which means either you could be somebody who is a price defender or you could be somebody who is a price objector. दोनों पैसा कमा रहे हैं. I'll tell you, I'll give you an example. Manufacturer is selling, wholesaler is purchasing, and then wholesaler is selling also. And then the retailer is also purchasing from wholesaler and retailer is selling also. एक ही आदमी खरीद भी रहा है और बेच भी रहा है, लेकिन कमा तो सभी रहे हैं. बेचने वाला भी कमा रहा है, खरीदने वाला भी कमा रहा है. Which means at every stage of supply chain, everybody is making money, right? So it's not that price defenders only make money and objectors don't make money, or vice versa. Like in the options market, some people say option buyers only make money. But actually, the truth is that option sellers also make a lot of money. In fact, if you find out the list of the top billionaires in the world who are traders, you would see most of them who have made money in the market have made money using option selling, not buying. But actually, option buying is more correct, and it is the right form of trading in options, correct? Right? Because you should always buy options, not sell options. And that's how it is supposed to be. The product is manufactured keeping in mind that people will buy options, right? But can a buyer alone survive? No, obviously a buyer needs a seller. So everybody makes money. You need to decide आप किस तरफ हैं, आप इस तरफ हैं या इस तरफ हैं. But I can give you a quick heads up here. याद रखना कि जो इस तरफ है, एक दिन उसको रियलाइज होगा कि इस तरफ आके भी पैसा कमाया जा सकता है. जब वो इस तरफ से रहकर पैसा कमाएगा, तब उसको लगेगा ये सही है. ठीक है? क्योंकि इसने यहां पैसा गवाया है. Those who have lost money as defenders will come and become objectors and they'll make money there. Those who have lost money as objectors will stick to defending the price mechanism. So eventually सब कुछ तो प्राइस है, because प्राइस से ही सब आता है. तो टेक्निकल इंडिकेटर, ट्रेंड एनालिसिस, चार्ट्स, रेजिस्टेंस, सपोर्ट, एवरीथिंग comes later. First comes the price. तो अगर हम प्राइस ही सीख लें तो हमको बाकी कुछ नहीं सीखना पड़ेगा, right? So today I have opened your mind to ask yourself a big question. What's the question? The question is, am I a defender or am I an objector? So for that, you have to start testing yourself. Okay? Ideally, you start your journey as a defender. Okay? Which means you study candlestick charts, Japanese chart patterns, you study support, resistance, technical indicators, सब पढ़िए. And धीरे धीरे करके 1 to 2 years में आप अपना eyes develop करिए. Develop your eyes to understand the chart and the price mechanism. Okay? It will take some time. It cannot be done in just 1 minute or 1 day or let's say a week. It's like going to the gym and building your body. So it is not a 1-day effort. If you see a bodybuilder who has big size muscles, it cannot be the work of 1 or 2 days. It has to be of few years, right? Now, first day itself, if you try to lift 50 kg का dumbbell, okay, or bar, cannot be called a dumbbell, but bar, आपका एक ही दिन में तो muscles नहीं बन जाएगा. Similarly, you will have to, तो अब आप कोई बोलेगा कि सर मेरा एंड गोल है मैं एक दिन 50 किलो का बार उठाऊं. हाँ, उसके लिए स्टार्ट लेकिन 2 kgs का या 1 kg का बार से करना होगा, राइट? आपको यहां पहुंचना है, मतलब आपको एक दिन ऑब्जेक्टर बनना होगा. You have to become an objector, and that's the end goal in the world of technical analysis. But you have to start your life as a defender. Okay? You start with 1 kg, 2 kg, so that over a period of 2-3 years, 1 to 2 years, 3-4 years, सब किसी को 2 साल लगते हैं, किसी को 5 लगते हैं, किसी को 1 साल में भी हो जाता है. You reach that stage where you start questioning कि ये जो मैं देख रहा हूं चार्ट में, ये वो है जो है या ये वो है जो मेरे को दिखाया जा रहा है. And that day you will understand that you should actually object the price instead of defend the price. हाँ, we will still follow the trend. Trend is your friend. It will never be wrong. But I'm talking about small steps within that trend. हमको ट्रैप किया जाता है, एंड दैट ट्रैप इफ यू अंडरस्टैंड then you will make a lot of money. But eventually in this journey also you will make money, lose money, make money, lose money. But यहाँ पहुंचने के लिए you have to go through this stage. You cannot directly become somebody who is an objector. But today in this session, I will try to give you the mantra to try to become an objector without going through this. If you can handle it, if you try it, and if you can do it, आपके 2 से 3 साल बच सकते हैं अगर आपको समझ में आता है तो. एंड इफ यू आर ऑल रेडी, आई विल गो टू दैट पॉइंट. मतलब बिना यहाँ पे मेहनत करे, बिना बेसिक्स करे, बिना ये सब मेहनत करे, हम लोग डायरेक्टली यहाँ पहुंचने का कोशिश कर रहे हैं. मतलब ट्रैप समझने का कोशिश कर रहे हैं. एंड इफ यू आर ओके, इफ यू आर विलिंग टू डू दिस, that is what is actually price action. You know what is the word price action? Thoda samjho. Technical indicators you all must have used. Many of you have used this, right? Yes, I can suggest a lot of books for the beginners and people who are already doing all of this. I can cover a lot of things for you. Don't worry. All right. In the session, obviously, I will be able to cover as much as I can, but then I can suggest you a lot of books where everything will be covered for you, and you can buy those books from the open market and learn. Okay, the idea is not to tell you to learn from me or from us. The idea is that you all learn, okay, from wherever you can, from a book or otherwise. So technical indicator, when you start studying, in the initial stages, in the first 1 to 2 years of your journey, you start with moving average. Okay, then you realize moving average is very slow, so you fall in love with MACD. ठीक है, once you are in MACD indicator, initially कुछ दिन आपको MACD indicator बहुत अच्छा लगता है. ठीक है, जब आप MACD indicator पे घुसते हैं, आप कुछ दिन तक ट्रेड करते जाते हैं, आपको अच्छा लगता है बिकॉज दैट्स अ बिगिनर्स लक. ठीक है, आपके 6 से 8 ट्रेड राइट हो रहे हैं आउट ऑफ 10 ट्रेड्स. धीरे धीरे करके आपके 6 ट्रेड राइट होते हैं, फिर 4 ट्रेड, क्योंकि आपको पता चल जाता है ना उसका असलियत, राइट? जैसे कि आफ्टर entering into a relationship, when you start staying with that person, you start discovering that person more, which was otherwise not possible without staying with that person, right? Now, as you start discovering the person more and more, you either fall in love with that person more, or I would say opposite happens and you start hating that person, correct? Actually, in technical analysis, the moment you go in depth into any technical indicator and you start trading or over trading into a particular indicator, you realize that that indicator doesn't work always, right? Then somebody comes and tells you, you're using MACD, please go and use RSI, correct? And then when you start using RSI, suddenly the world changes and you start making money. आप पैसा कमाने लग जाते हैं और उससे बहुत पैसा कमा रहे हैं, और फिर आपको लगता है कि नहीं, आरएसआई में भी गड़बड़ है. आपको एक दिन ऐसा आएगा जब आरएसआई आपका 10 ट्रेड का पैसा ले जाएगा, और फिर आपको लगेगा कि ये भी धोखेबाज, राइट? दिस आरएसआई हैज आल्सो डिस्ट्रस्टेड मी, राइट? सो देन somebody comes and tells you, hey, have you heard about super trend? Have you heard about stochastic? Have you heard about this, that? Yeah, you know, at every stage your knowledge is expanding. ये ध्यान रखना, आप कुछ खो नहीं रहे हो. पैसा खो रहे होगे थोड़ा बहुत, बट नॉलेज के हिसाब से you're learning. Your brain is expanding. You are going through that phase जहां पे आप 1 kg से 2 kg से 3 kg से 5 kg से 10 kg पहुंचे हो. So they are not lost anything, but you suddenly realize कि जिम में पहले महीने जितना मसल्स बना, दूसरे महीने उतना नहीं बना, तीसरे महीने और कम बन रहा है. But remember, it is like investing in the bamboo tree. Bamboo tree में आप 5 साल 8 साल पानी डालते जाओ, कुछ नहीं होएगा. वो अंडर द रूट डेवलप हो रहा है, अंडर द ग्राउंड. एक दिन ऐसा आएगा जब वो बैम्बू ट्री पूरा का पूरा 10 फीट का बनेगा. ठीक है, वो बहुत कम टाइम में हो जाएगा. इट इज इन्वेस्टिंग इन योरसेल्फ टिल यू डोंट रीच दैट स्टेज. सो बेसिकली ये सब करना भी जरूरी है. इट्स नॉट दैट यू डोंट नीड टू डू ऑल ऑफ दिस. ये सब करते 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 आप ऐसे लेवल पे पहुंच जाएंगे जब आपको समझ में आ जाएगा दैट एट द एंड ये सारा टेक्निकल इंडिकेटर, ये जार्गन्स, ये टूल्स, ये सब जो बना है, ये सब किसके लिए बना है? ये सब बना है ये समझने के लिए कि डिमांड है या सप्लाई है, करेक्ट? ये समझने के लिए बना है कि प्राइस किस तरफ जाएगा. तो प्राइस किस तरफ जाएगा ये प्राइस से ही पूछ लेते हैं, राइट? प्राइस ऊपर जाएगा कि नीचे जाएगा उसको बोलते हैं एक्शन. तो प्राइस के एक्शन को प्राइस एक्शन बोलते हैं. सो प्राइस एक्शन सीख लो. अगर हम प्राइस एक्शन सीख लेंगे तो फिर ये सब करने की जरूरत नहीं है. बट द प्रॉब्लम इज प्राइस एक्शन ऐसे सीखा जाता नहीं है सबसे. only one in thousands would understand the concept of price action, but you can still trade using the rules of price action. तो मैं क्या कर रहा हूं ना, मैं ये 60 मिनट्स की कवरेज में आपके साथ में प्राइस एक्शन के रूल्स कवर कर रहा हूं. मैं आपको रूल्स बताऊंगा, रीजन नहीं बताऊंगा क्योंकि उसका टाइम नहीं है. बट वो जो रूल्स हैं, अगर आप उसके हिसाब से ट्रेड करोगे, यू विल मेक अ लॉट ऑफ मनी, एंड दैट इज माय ओपन चैलेंज. ठीक है, कि आप पैसा नहीं कमाए तो आप जो बोलो मैं करने रेडी हूं, लेकिन वो रूल्स के पीछे का जो साइंस है, उसका जो कॉन्सेप्ट है, उसके पीछे का जो मेहनत है, दैट यू विल नॉट बी नीडिंग टू डू, दैट यू कैन नॉट आस्क मी ऑल्सो. व्हाई? बिकॉज उसके लिए ये पूरा जर्नी है. These tools are also very good because these are the building blocks which will eventually help you to reach this stage. But after a certain point, when all the indicators have betrayed you at some point or the other, you will realize कि price ही सब कुछ है. Now tell me if you all agree to this, that आपके साथ भी कभी ऐसा हुआ है that you have left one indicator and क्योंकि वो शुरू में अच्छा था, बाद में खराब लगने लगा, then you move to another, and then you move to another, and then you move to another. Has that happened with any one of you here? Huh? Quickly give me on the either on the chat box or on the Q&A a yes or a no. Has it happened with anybody here? For those who all of you who are attending the session right now live, is there anybody who says that हाँ मेरे साथ में ऐसा हुआ है sir, that I started with MACD, I moved to RSI after that, then मेरे को किसी ने बोला नहीं super trend और अच्छा है, किसी ने बोला नहीं ये और अच्छा है. It happened, right? हाँ, a lot of you say that it happened. Maybe some of you are saying अभी तक मैं वहां तक पहुंचा नहीं. किसी ने बोला सर मैं अभी तक just start ही किया है. Right, first moving average, then RSI, correct, right? So I'm telling you, eventually your last stage is that you will be reaching to the point where you will realize that you are now an advanced trader. Yes. So advanced traders, have you seen the screen of a very advanced trader? Very advanced traders. Huh? Do you know how the screen of a beginner looks like? So these are the price candles. Okay, these are the price candles. This is 1, 2, 3 moving average. Okay, then Bollinger Bands. Okay, then he will also have obviously MACD. Okay, so he will have RSI. Okay, all right. ये है एक beginner का screen. ठीक है? And you know what is an advanced trader का screen? Candles, volume, खत्म. Looking at the candle and the overall trend and the volume, they can tell you RSI किधर होगा, MACD किधर होगा, moving average किधर होगा, कहाँ पे क्या होगा. बट उसके लिए पहुंचने के लिए बहुत टाइम लगता है. Right? Many of you are saying, sir, I started with moving average, then I moved to RSI, then I moved to some other indicator, Bollinger Band, this, that. See? So all of you eventually will be able to reach that stage. वो stage पे आप जितना जल्दी पहुंचोगे उतना अच्छा है, लेकिन इसका कोई शॉर्टकट है नहीं. हाँ, आई एम ट्राइंग कि आज मैं आपको वो रूल्स बताऊं जो शॉर्टकट है, बट वो शॉर्टकट काम आ जाए तो अच्छा है, अगर नहीं भी समझ में आए तो कोई बात नहीं, पूरी जर्नी कंप्लीट करके यहाँ पहुंच जाना, बट पहुंच जाना. द मोस्ट एडवांस्ड ट्रेडर्स इन द वर्ल्ड विल ओनली हैव वॉल्यूम and candlestick as the charts. That's it. Candlestick and volume. That's it. दो ही चीज है और कुछ होता ही नहीं है. इसको बोलते हैं price action. You understand what is price action now? If you have used a single technical indicator on your chart, you are not a price action trader. हजारों लाखों YouTube videos और आप देख लेना, किसी को भी पता ही नहीं price action क्या है. You know what people are saying? People are saying price action मतलब bullish Harimi, bearish Harimi, Bollinger, your bullish engulfing pattern, bearish engulfing pattern, pin bars, you know, क्या क्या मार्केट में अजीब अजीब चीजें लोगों ने निकाली हैं. 330 का फॉर्मूला, 450 का फॉर्मूला, 560 का फॉर्मूला, जिसका जो मन है कोई भी नंबर डाल दे रहा है, एंड दे आर जस्ट कमिंग अप विद समथिंग समथिंग समथिंग. इफ यू आर रियली अंडरस्टैंडिंग द कॉन्सेप्ट प्रॉपर्ली, yes, then only trend का knowledge, trend is very important, okay, and understanding where people are ready to trap you so that you don't get into that trap. That's it, okay, and you identify the price action properly without use of a single technical indicator, which means आपने जहां technical indicator use कर लिया, you are not a price action trader. There is zero technical indicator you will use. You will only use one thing, which is trend, candle, volume. This is a combination. It is called one thing because you are just looking at price action. That's the one thing. And price action means chart of price and volume, and obviously a knowledge of what the trend is. Now, to identify the trend, if you want to use a technical indicator, I don't know. Then I cannot say anything. But I think most of you would agree with this, that identifying a trend is very easy otherwise. If you have a good understanding of the charts and everything, it is very easy to identify uptrend and downtrend, right? If you're not using technical indicators already, it means that you have reached that point, right? Now, suppose, what are the two major trends which we know? Obviously, we have uptrend and we have downtrend, right? Now, how uptrend looks like? Uptrend basically has higher highs and higher lows, right? And higher highs and higher lows. And downtrend basically has lower highs and lower lows, right? Lower highs and lower lows. Now, just you need to know this much. That's it. Now, second thing which you need to know is that there are two types of candles. One is a bullish candle, which is green in color, and another is a bearish candle, which is red in color. Okay, this much if you know, then after that, price action is very easy to understand. Okay, so what are we starting now? We have entered into the next 15-minute discussion. पहला दो 15-minute खत्म, ठीक है? Basic खत्म, introduction to price action खत्म. अब हम लोग सीखने वाले हैं what is price action. Okay, which means how to trade using price action, which means I'm telling you the rules. And in the last 15 minutes, I will show it on the chart that how these rules are going to be applied. Chalega na? Okay, so there are four prices in every candle. Now, this is for those people who don't even know what is a candle. So just time frame. Just remember that if we have any time frame, things will be shown the lowest point. Just this is the price scale, so ये आपका lowest price है. जैसे मान लो 130, ठीक है? Now this is 132, 132, 133, like that. Okay. Now, if it is a green candle, this is the open price and this is the close price. Whereas this is the highest point of the green candle as well as of the red candle as well. But in a red candle, the open is here and the close is here, which means during the day, if the markets went down or during that 5 minutes, if the stock opened at a higher price but the closing was lower than the open, then it will be red color. And this will be green color. So that's the simple concept of candlestick for those who don't know. Okay, right? So a green candle means that during that time frame, whichever time frame you are in, prices went up. And red candle means that during that time frame, the prices went down. Right? These are called the shadows or the wick of the candle. All right, or shadow of the candle, and these are called the real body of the candle. Real body, which means the body of the candle, which means it covers the open and close both. Okay, that's the body. Now, wherever we started the day and wherever we ended the day, if we end on a very high point, it is always considered to be very good. And if we end at a very low point from where we started, it is considered as bad for the stock. Now, in the world of technical analysis, we don't fear buying and selling both sides, which means हम लोग buyer भी बन सकते हैं, हम लोग seller भी बन सकते हैं, depending upon the trend. Trend कैसा है उस पे depend करता है. Candle हमको सिर्फ ये बताता है कि उस दिन price ऊपर गया कि नीचे गया. Now the day the price went up, उस दिन जितना भी volume है, we call that volume as buyer's volume, which means वो volume green होगा. And the day the prices went down or this time frame में the prices went down, then we call it as a red volume, which means a seller's volume. Okay, right? Now, the day the price went up, it is just that green candle will also be shown as volume candle, which means उस दिन का ट्रेड जितना भी हुआ है उसको बायर्स ट्रेड बोल देंगे, बायर वॉल्यूम बोल देंगे. प्राइस का कैंडल अगर रेड है तो उस वॉल्यूम को हम रेड कलर में दिखाएंगे, मतलब ये सेलर्स वॉल्यूम हम लोग बोल देंगे. So these are the basic things which are required to understand price action. Okay. Now let's move and understand the concept of price action. All right. So इसके लिए हमको क्या चाहिए? इसके लिए सबसे पहले we will identify the present trend. Okay. Whether it is uptrend or downtrend, ये जानना जरूरी है. For this, some people use moving average. Some people just look at it and they can understand. I would believe this because हम लोग technical indicator use नहीं करना चाहते हैं. So it is better. But when I'm going to show it on the charts, I'm going to explain it to you कि ये rules कैसे लगाना है. Basically, first you have to identify कि trend किस तरफ है. All right. It becomes easier for you to trade because इससे ये पता चल जाता है कि overall domination किस तरफ है. Which means overall it is a bull market or a bear market. And whatever I'm saying can be applied on stocks also. And it can be applied on index also. मतलब ये futures में भी लग सकता है, cash में भी लग सकता है. Fine. Now the second stage is to identify the resistance and support using a support confirmation candle. Okay, support confirmation candle. Okay, आप लिख लो, right? And a resistance confirmation candle. Okay, resistance confirmation candle. There are two things you have to identify. One is where is the रेजिस्टेंस इन द मार्केट. ठीक है, रेजिस्टेंस कहाँ है, राइट? अब जनरली रेजिस्टेंस ऊपर होता है, ऊपर की तरफ. सपोर्ट नीचे में होगा, फ्रॉम वेयर द प्राइसेस पता चलना चाहिए. नाउ ऑब्वियसली आई हैव मेड दिस ऑपोजिट. तो अगर आपको कंफ्यूजन हो रहा है तो आई कैन जस्ट पुट दिस हियर एंड पुट दैट वन हियर. So it becomes easy for you to understand because क्या हो रहा है कि I think maybe those who are beginners, absolute beginners, उनके थोड़ा issue हो जाएगा. So support is the price or the point from where the prices will move up. से stop and resistance is the point जहां पे टच करके स्टॉक नीचे चला जाता है. इतना सा नॉलेज अगर है तो काफी है. I don't need any more knowledge from you. ठीक है. Now for this you have to have a support and resistance confirmation candle. After that you will have to find a trap. What's a trap? A trap is basically trying to identify कि within the overall trend हमको कहाँ trap किया जा रहा है. Now let's say you are an institution, okay? Up and you have 50 lakh shares to be sold. ठीक है, टुडे आज आपको 50 लाख शेयर्स बेचने हैं. कैन यू सेल इट ऑल इन वन डे? क्या आप एक दिन में बेच सकते हो? हाँ बेच सकते हो, बट क्या आप एक सेकंड में एक बार में बेच सकते हो? विल यू सेल इन वन सिंगल ऑर्डर? एक बड़ा सारा आइसबर्ग ऑर्डर लगाओगे? कौन सा ऑर्डर लगाओगे? विल यू बी एबल टू पुट एज अ इंस्टीट्यूशन 50 लाख 70 लाख शेयर्स इन वन सिंगल ऑर्डर? उससे तो पूरा मार्केट क्रैश हो जाएगा, राइट? प्राइस बेचना है. बेचना कब होता है? जब मेरे पास ऑलरेडी है. सो आई ऑलरेडी हैव द शेयर्स, आई एम एन इंस्टीट्यूशन, आई एम होल्डिंग सम शेयर्स. मेरे को उसको बेचना है, तो मेरे को उसको बिना प्राइस गिराए बेचना है. हाउ विल आई सेल इट बिना प्राइस गिराए? बताओ, हाउ विल आई सेल इट बिना प्राइस गिराए? आपने कभी रैट के लिए कोई ट्रैप देखा है? कहीं रैट के लिए ट्रैप होता है ना, राइट? होता है, राइट? ऐसा एक तो ट्रैप बनाते हैं ना हम लोग रैट के लिए, राइट? उसमें क्या करते हैं हम लोगों को रैट को पकड़ना है तो घर से क्या करना पड़ता है? चीज लगाना पड़ता है, राइट? इंडियन हाउसेज में हम लोग चपाती लगाते हैं, राइट? राइट, ब्रेड लगाते हैं. चीज सिर्फ मूवीज में ही दिखाते हैं ऐसा, राइट? नाउ जस्ट इमेजिन दैट द रैट गोज इनसाइड थिंकिंग कि यहाँ पे हमको चीज मिलेगा, राइट? लेकिन जैसे ही वो अंदर जाता है उसके साथ क्या होता है? वो जैसे ही अंदर गया डोर बंद हो जाता है और वो ट्रैप हो जाता है, राइट? इंस्टीट्यूशन यही करते हैं हम लोग के साथ, वी द रिटेलर्स. एंड ये चीज समझने को ही मैं बोल रहा था डिफेंडिंग एंड अपोजिंग. अगर आप मार्केट में डिफेंडर नहीं हैं तो आपको समझ में आ जाएगा कि आपको की चीज रखा हुआ है. आप रैट्स को बोलो, बाकी रैट को बोलो कि आपको क्या लगता है कि ये लोग चीज को खुले में क्यों रख दिए? Why has the cheese been kept? Is it for me? No, it's not possible. चीज हमारे लिए क्यों रखेंगे वो लोग? पक्का ये चीज हमको हनी ट्रैप करने के लिए रखा गया है, राइट? Which means what the institutions do is they sell but in small quantities and they sell at every price going up. मतलब जब आपको एक ग्रीन कैंडल दिख रहा है और एक ग्रीन वॉल्यूम दिख रहा है, अगर आप प्राइस डिफेंडर हो तो आपको क्या लग रहा है, बाई सिग्नल कि सेल सिग्नल? टेल मी, इफ यू आर अ प्राइस डिफेंडर, बाई सिग्नल सेल सिग्नल? हाँ, बोलो बोलो बोलो, जल्दी बोलो जल्दी बोलो। बाई सिग्नल, करेक्ट, राइट? बिकॉज सबको यही तो सिखाया गया है टेक्निकल एनालिसिस में, फॉलो द चार्ट, फॉलो द प्राइस, राइट? सो यू हैव टू बाय आफ्टर अ ब्रेकआउट, राइट? ओके, अच्छा एक बात बताओ, दो तरीका का ब्रेकआउट होता है, ओके? दो तरीका का ब्रेकआउट होता है, थोड़ा समझना। हाँ, जैसे कि एक ऐसा 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 ब्रेकआउट हुआ, फाइन, और एक ब्रेकआउट ऐसा भी होता है, ऐसा गया, ऐसा 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 ऐसा, और फिर ब्रेकआउट होता है। विच ब्रेकआउट विल सस्टेन, वन और टू? विच ब्रेकआउट विल सस्टेन? क्विकली टेल मी, क्विक क्विक क्विक, हैव यू थॉट अबाउट दिस? विच ब्रेकआउट विल सस्टेन, वन और टू? मतलब ये वाला ऐसा नीचे आ जाएगा या कुछ दिन बाद, या ये वाला नीचे आ जाएगा? कौन सा नीचे आ जाएगा? विच वन विल कम डाउन? या everybody is saying 2 will sustain. हाँ, 2 will sustain, very good. Why 2 will sustain? उसके पीछे एक बहुत सिंपल लॉजिक है। देखो, यहाँ पे भी कोई बायर लोग आए होंगे ना, there were buyers here. Now the buyers who had come here, they would have not sold till the breakout, right? And after the breakout यहाँ या इस एरिया में इनका प्रॉफिट बुकिंग का चांस बनता है कि नहीं? हाँ, राइट? इफ यू हैव बॉट अ स्टॉक एट 120, वो 140 हो गया, यू आर अ ट्रेडर, आप बेचोगे कि नहीं? वेदर इट इज ब्रेकआउट, ब्रेकडाउन, व्हाटएवर इट इज, हो गया ना, राइट? सो यहां पे वो लोग हैं जिन लोग का प्रॉफिट बुकिंग का टाइम आ गया है। अरे यहां नहीं आया तो यहां आ गया होगा, यहां आ गया क्योंकि ये लोग यहां से शुरू किए थे। ऑल द बायर्स हैड कम हियर। इस केस में यहां पे रहे हैं मेजर बायर्स। For them, their 140 will be here, not here. Their cost price is very high, so they will also wait for a longer time. यहाँ पे आए हैं major buyers, इधर में यहाँ पे आए हैं major buyers. Are you getting it? What is the difference? Here the consolidation has happened and then the prices have gone up, which means that these people will have more patience than these people. ये लोग के पास ज्यादा patience होगा. When after a breakout, immediately you see a false breakout happening and the prices go down, it means that the buyers had bought at a very low price and the breakout was almost their price target. That's why they started selling. And कुछ लोग यहाँ पे रेजिस्टेंस पे शॉर्ट भी तो करके रखे होंगे ना, राइट? करेक्ट. तो उन लोगों को भी लग रहा है कि शॉर्ट किया हुआ है, दे आर फियरिंग इट इन द मार्केट. सो इवेंचुअली देयर इज अ वेरी हाई चांस that after the breakout they will exit and eventually क्या होगा? Prices will come down. So one thing is clear, दोनों breakout है, but psychology is different. At the end it is all about their psychology. So similarly, when you see a green candle, you are seeing it as a buy candle, long candle, or you want to buy, right? I am telling you, it is the cheese which is shown to you. ऐसा आप सोच सकते हो. आई एम नॉट सेइंग दैट दिस इज द ओनली वे इट इज देयर इन द मार्केट. ये एक स्कूल ऑफ थॉट है. दिस इज जस्ट अ स्कूल ऑफ थॉट. ओके, दिस इज अ स्कूल ऑफ थॉट दैट दिस candle is a cheese. All right, this is a cheese kept for you. Looking at this, many people will come and buy, correct? Definitely in this candle people would have bought, right? Can I say that in this candle people would have bought, right? That's why there's a volume spike and it's a green volume because the prices have gone up during the day, so the volume is given a green color because of the candle being green, price candle being green. Now tell me, if anybody would have bought in this entire phase, where will their stop loss get hit? Where will their stop loss get hit? Please tell me. Where will their stop loss will trigger if they have bought it? At the low of this candle? Can I say that? At the low price of this candle, because from here they all started buying, na? And they took the stock all this way here. So all of them must have kept a stop loss somewhere, right? Their stop loss must have been this point. Correct, right? But they are hoping that the price will go up because it's a green candle, right? But what happens, immediately when there is a green candle which is formed, if there is an institution which is eyeing that, if there is an institution which is on that stock, who is looking at that stock, will he not look at it as an opportunity to offload a small chunk of the total 50 lakh shares which he wants to overall sell during the day? क्या ये उसके लिए एक मौका है to close the door, to close the gate and trap the rat? Huh? Are you getting it? All of you? Color of volume is taken from the price color. Okay? The total quantity is not important here. How much quantity? Just the color is important. Okay? So just remember one thing, that looking at one or two green candles in the market, the institutions will realize that this is a chance to sell for them. So they trapped the buyers in this candle. And from there, the next candle will be that candle where the institution will divide this 50 lakh in, let's say during the entire day, they will divide it in 50 shorts of 1 lakh each. Fine. So the institution will come and sell 1 lakh shares because they're getting a high price. Nah? They want to sell, so they want high price, and for high price, they are waiting for a green candle. They are waiting for a green candle to sell, not to buy. And we, the retail investors, traders, we think that a green candle is there to buy. And the institution is thinking that a green candle is there to sell. Okay, so one thing is clear. So have you all understood this concept? Kya ho raha hai? Huh? One thing is clear, that you have to think from the institution's mindset. They will definitely come and they will sell. So 1 lakh shares बेचेंगे तो क्या होगा? ये हो जाएगा. Will this happen or not? The price is closed here. Okay, the buyers who are still in the hangover that the prices will go up, some of them will come and buy, and there will be in the next candle, it will go like this, maybe, or it will open here, wherever it will open, doesn't matter. But from wherever it opens, it has to close from there, right? Now it will close here, maybe in this candle, right? Or maybe in the next candle, it will be like this. Maybe they will divide this 1 lakh into 50,000 ka two shots, correct? So what will happen once the prices come here? Your stop loss will get triggered. Yes, your stop loss will get triggered. Once your stop loss get triggers in long position, you have bought the stock and your stop loss got triggered. So what will happen? You have to sell the stock. So you will get another red candle and another red candle. So when are you supposed to short and make money in this stock? If you want to become the institution, you have to short here, not long. आपको sell करना है, बेचना, खरीदना नहीं है. You have to sell. But tell me, how will you sell? Where will you sell? When you get a confirmation that you have been trapped, correct? So two things can happen, na? Two things can happen. What? After a green candle like this, the next candle is like this. So will you be trading? Will you be shorting? आप बोलोगे, sir, if the next candle is green, so I will be trapped. No, you will not be trapped. You are an institution. Wait. So if the first candle is green, the second candle is also green, what does it mean? It means that the institution is waiting for the price to go up a little bit more, and then they will sell. Have you understood this? Huh? Have all of you are getting it? थोड़ा थोड़ा समझ में आ रहा है? Are you all getting it? right? The institution is waiting. They are not selling yet, or maybe the institution has not come yet. वो लोग अभी नींद से नहीं उठे. They will come after some time. All right, they have not come yet. They will. All right. Now, the moment you see a big red candle here, it is certain that the institutions have come, because you cannot have consecutively 10, 15, 20 green candles, right? So the moment you see a red candle here, it means one institution has come and चुपके से उन्होंने अपना 50,000 1 लाख शेयर बेच दिया. Fine, but that may trigger your stop loss, क्योंकि आपने अपना stop loss trail कर दिया होगा ना. From here you trailed your stop loss till here. You must have trailed your stop loss to here, right? You are in a buy position and your stop loss will get hit, right? So after this, next candle here, next candle here, next candle here, like this. So you have to wait for what? You have to wait for a trap. Which trap? Buyer's trap. Okay. What is this? Buyer's trap? Buyer's trap is a place where buyers got trapped. So this is my trapping candle, right? All of these are my trapping candles. Till the time the prices are moving up in green candles, all of them are traps. But they have not invoked my short position yet. I will keep looking for or hunting for buyer's trap. Okay. And the buyer's trap means what? I have to short. But where will you short? You will short when the low of the buyer trap candle is cut through, which means you will short maybe here. And where will you keep your stop loss? Suppose the institution came. You will no, we are not the person who will not keep the stop loss. All retail traders will keep a stop loss, because that's the first thing they have learned in life, to keep stop loss. So all of you who have bought here, you will all keep your stop loss here, right? But the moment an institution comes and a big red candle comes, will you all not fear and exit your long position and book your profits, right? I will make money that time by shorting the stock. I will short when the low of this candle breaks. But remember one thing, it is possible that after this, the institution doesn't have any stock left. So after this red candle, it is possible that we again continue to have a green candle and green candle like this. What does that mean? That means that the institutions are not present in that stock, or they are not keeping an eye on that stock, correct? So when I'm going to short here, I'm going to also put a stop loss at the high of this candle or at this swing high. I will keep my stop loss for my short position at that point, which means first of all, my entry is 100% protected. I have never entered here because this low was never broken. I never entered here because this low was never broken. I entered when the low was broken of my buyer's trap. What is a buyer's trap? It is a candle on which you will short, because it's a trap where the buyers have got trapped. So you will short here. All right. And you will be easily getting 1:2 reward. If this 1 is your risk, this 2 will be your reward. Have you all understood this? Have you all understood this? You will be getting 1 risk, 2 reward, which means you have to first put your entry and your stop loss. Now you know that this entire area is your loss area. After that, 2 times of the loss area can be mapped or put as a profit area, like this. So you can put your price target here. That becomes your price target. This is your short entry. This is your stop loss. Here we have tried to play the institutions. Okay, which means that the opposite can also be done. This is a buyer's trap, so we are shorted. If we see a seller's trap, then we will go long, which means we will buy in a seller's trap. Which means जहां पे seller trap हो गया, जहां पे seller लोग फंस गए, all the sellers got trapped, there we will buy. Where all the buyers got trapped, there we will sell. Okay. Now somebody saying, sir, what if the red candle doesn't break the low of the green candle? Then you continue to go long, stay long, continue with the trend. Na? Remember, I gave you point number 1, trend. You follow the trend. Okay. If you want to stay long, you continue to stay long till the time this low is not broken. But actually, if you are just a price action trader, you will not long here because it's a trap. You will not long here because it's a trap. You will not long here, but you will also not short because this trigger has not happened. So actually, if this doesn't happen, you will wait for the next candle, which means next green candle to come up. There will be one green candle along this path someday, somewhere, where the low of that green candle will be broken with a red candle. We will wait for that day. Until that happens, that day means what? You are on a 5-minute time frame. So you will have to wait for a few minutes, maybe 2 candles, 3 candles, 4 candles. I will have to wait for my entry point to come. Okay, have you understood this? It will work in any kind of market, even in sideways market it will work, but you have to be just following the rules properly. So if I want to quickly revise what you have to do for a buyer trap, I will be showing it on the charts. Maybe if you all are okay with it, I can extend the session a little bit more. We have already extended the session, but we can just extend it by maybe another 15 minutes so that I just complete this entire logic here. All right. Okay. And I will be at the end of the session giving you the list of the books you can read for this one. Okay. All right. So just remember one thing, that a long-term investor should be buying using the fundamental analysis, not using technical analysis. Okay. Technical analysis for traders. Okay. Yes. So this is what you have to understand, that first of all, you will have to make a resistance and support. This is just for something. I'll tell you why it is. When I'm going to show you the charts, I'll tell you. Then you will have to identify a trap. Okay. So first of all, either you can identify a buyer's trap. Now, what's a buyer's trap? A buyer's trap is a green candle. It's a green candle, which means obviously it will also have a green volume, which has a higher volume than the previous candle. Okay. It will have a higher volume than the previous candle. I will show you, okay, on the charts. It will be a green candle. Where will you enter and which entry will you do? You will do a short entry. Short entry. Where will your short entry be? At the low of the buyer's trap, which means wherever is your buyer trap candle, at the low of it, you will keep your entry. Buyer's trap candle or any swing high. Any nearest swing high, you can keep your stop loss, your own stop loss. What will be your risk reward ratio? 1:2. Easily you can earn 1:2, sometimes 1:3, 1:4 also you can earn. Which means how much is your stop loss? Multiply that by 2 and that becomes your price target. We will become institutions. We will not become the retail investors. Okay. So this is what we will do in buyer's trap. And what will we do in seller's trap? In seller's trap, we will look for a red candle. Okay, just a second. All right. We are looking at the same color candle as the name of the trap. Okay, don't get confused. We are looking for a green candle, but we will do a short. Okay. Similarly, here you are looking for a seller's trap, which means you're looking at that candle where people have shorted. Okay. Now suppose if you see a red candle here, let's say like this, if you see a red candle, will you want to short or not? If you are a price defender, will you want to short? Yes, candlestick. You should be looking, if you are a weekly trader also, you should be looking at daily candlestick chart. What I'm explaining to you is applicable on intraday time frame as well, which means on 5-minute time frame ideally. But you can do it on daily time frame also if you want to. Just tell me, will you be tempted to short or not? Will you be tempted to short? Right? But you know what? The moment I am an institution and I want to buy 50 lakh shares, I want to buy 50 lakh shares. Okay, what will I do? If I want to buy 50 lakh shares, what will I do? I will wait for the price to dip. so that I can come and buy. Correct? Now, every person who has shorted, let's say somebody who has shorted here, where will they keep a stop loss? Somebody who has shorted in this candle, where will they keep a stop loss? Where will they fear the price can go up? From where they will start fearing that maybe we will be in a loss? Very good. It will be the high of this candle, right? Earlier, you people would be tempted to short, right? Correct? But this is not where we will be tempting to short. Okay. Now, I'll just tell you something very, very simple. Okay. If you see a candle like this and you have shorted here, you will keep a stop loss here, right? You are a retail trader. Okay. You are wrong. What will you do? You will wait for the institutions to come and buy 50,000 to 1 lakh shares. And how will that happen? There will be a green candle, which will have a big volume, right? A green candle. And that green candle will ruin your short position. Next candle you will see here. At this point, you can go long, which means you can buy like the institutions. Okay. So when the stop loss of this trap candle got hit for you as a retail trader, as an institution, you will be buying. So the retail trader will cry, you will be happy. You will buy here and continue to buy and hold your long position. Are you getting it? So your buying will be at the high of the red candle, which is the seller's trap. All the shorters got trapped here, right? But remember, it is possible after this, there can be a red candle here like this. So this is going to be my stop loss also. So my stop loss will be at the low of the red candle and my entry will be at the high of the red candle. So what is a seller's trap? It is a red candle. Fine. With a higher volume than the previous candle. Any red candle you see with a higher volume than the previous candle, it's basically a seller's trap. So in a seller's trap, you will be going long, you will buy. Okay, you will not short, you will buy. But where will you buy? Where will your buy entry be? Your buy entry will be at the high of the seller trap candle. Correct? And your stop loss will be at the low of the seller trap candle or any swing low. Any swing low. That's it. This is called price action. All of you, which you know about price action, till now, whatever you know, all of that actually was a myth. That was all false. You don't need any fourth tool. That's it. You don't need any indicator. You don't need to know candlestick chart pattern, double top, double bottom, nothing. Okay. There is only one website, which is iron.tradingview.com, and you can use that website to do technical analysis absolutely free of cost. So all the candlestick pattern and everything is here. I hope that you all have noted this down, right? You all have noted this down, correct? So now can I show this on the chart, how it works, right? Can we do that quickly? Okay. So let's take any famous stock. You can do it on Nifty, Bank Nifty, any stock you want. Okay. You want me to take any stock, I can take it. Let's say there is Reliance here. All right. Now Reliance being one of the most popular stock and recently very much in news. Correct. So this is the website, iron.tradingview.com. Okay. Just open this website, create a free account, not a paid account, a free account. All right. And then just log into the free account like this. You can install any ad blocker. If there are some ads, etc., which are coming, you can install any ad blocker in your browser so that the ads are suppressed in the background. All right. Abhi aapko kya karna hai? What do you need to do? Let's say, first of all, tell me what is the trend? What is the overall trend you are seeing? Let's say from this day, what is the overall trend? Aapko sirf trend identify karna hai. So from this day till this day, here, this was an overall uptrend. Correct? Overall ye pura uptrend hi chal raha hai, right? Now even if I take this candle into consideration, then also it's an overall uptrend, right? You just need to identify the trend first of all. Okay. So from which day Reliance is in uptrend? From 27th of June. Okay. Yes, it is in bullish trend. I am taking it from this 27th of June. Suppose from this day the stock is in uptrend, right? So maybe from this day, all of these days, हमको पता चल जाएगा that the stock is there in an uptrend. Or what we can do is you can put any moving average and see when the stock price crosses the moving average, then also it is an uptrend. Because there are many people who will say, sir, हमको trend नहीं समझ में आता. I don't understand when there is a trend, uptrend or downtrend. So आप moving average use कर सकते हैं. But I am strictly against technical indicator when I am a price action trader. Right now I am a price action trader. So I will not use any technical indicator. I will just use candle and volume. तो सबसे पहले मेरे को volume डालना है. So I'll go to indicators and I'll use volume. Volume is not an indicator, it's a data. Okay, volume डाला हमने, right? Now let's say we start from this day, 28th of June. Okay, हम लोग चाहते हैं 5-minute time frame में. 5-minute time frame means what? That every candle will, one candle will form in every 5 minutes. Okay, so we go back to 27th of June. All right, so उसके लिए we use this go to. All right, we go to July, we go to June, 27th of June. Okay, so this is where we are, right? So from here we had created a trend line just for our understanding. Okay, now I'm removing this trend line. अब सपोज करो कि हम लोग यहाँ से नेक्स्ट डे से या जब से हमको पता चला ट्रेंड अप ट्रेंड है ओवरऑल वी हैव स्टार्टेड. Now tell me, if the overall trend is uptrend, you will look for buyer trap or seller trap. You are on a 5-minute intraday time frame. Every one candle is forming every 5 minutes. Okay, are you going to look for seller's trap or buyer's trap? Tell me quick, which trap are you going to look for? It's a very exciting point in our journey right now. Yes, which trap are you going to look for? Seller's trap or buyer's trap? The overall trend is uptrend. तो हमको buying करना है कि selling करना है? We have to buy. So for buying, which trend, what do we need to check? We need to check the seller's trap. Correct? Remember, that's why I told you to note down everything. If you want to buy, go long, then you have to look for a seller's trap, right? जहां पे seller trap हो गया, वहां पे आपको buy करना है. But before that, you have to also put a resistance and support. So I'll tell you how to put a resistance and support using a resistance and support confirmation candle first. Okay, so let's quickly do that. So for that, let me just zoom into this overall. All right, चलो हम लोग यहाँ पे suppose ये ले लेते हैं. All right, now see how to put resistance and support. Use any horizontal line for resistance and support. Okay, now first of all, after the market opens at 9:15, hunt for any green candle which has a higher volume than the previous candle. Can you see, everybody? Can you see the screen properly? Huh? Hunt for any green candle which has a higher volume than the previous candle. So this has a lower volume than the previous candle. Any green candle which has a higher volume than any previous candle. The previous candle can be red, the previous candle can be green. Okay, you have to find a green candle which has a higher volume than the previous candle. Can I say this is that candle here? Just a second. Is this that candle? This one, this one, this one. This is that candle which has a higher volume than its previous candle, and it's a green color candle, correct? Now, if you have identified this green candle, which means that I have just identified for myself, I have identified here that there is this support confirmation candle. This is my support confirmation candle. Okay, so what I will do is just the intraday low of the previous candle here, whatever before this candle, whatever was the intraday low, that is my support. Okay, you got it? Whatever is the intraday low before the support confirmation candle, that becomes, I'm not finding a trap. I'm right now in stage 1. First of all, what did I do? I had identified the trend. Right now I'm in uptrend. Chalo, done. Now, second, I have to use a support confirmation candle and a resistance confirmation candle. Because between the resistance and support candle only, I will find and hunt for a trapping candle. Trapping candle has to be between support and resistance line. So I have to find resistance confirmation candle and then support confirmation candle. After that, I have to find a seller's trap if I have to go long, or buyer's trap if I have to go short, within that range of resistance and support. Okay, hope that all of you are getting it. So now quickly, I will be going to this chart, and now I will be putting a horizontal line on the last swing low or the intraday low just before my support confirmation candle. Remember, what is a support confirmation candle? It is the candle, a green candle, which has a higher volume than its previous candle. Okay, So this is my support confirmation candle. But where will I put my support line? Not on this candle. I will put the support confirmation line on the intraday low before this candle. Done. Now, also search for a red candle which has a higher volume than the previous candle. Higher volume, this. This is a red candle which has a higher volume than the previous candle. Correct? All other red candles are having a lower volume. Only this candle has a higher volume than the previous candle, right? So I have a resistance confirmation candle here. Congratulations. So we have a resistance confirmation candle. So what is a resistance confirmation candle? It is the candle which has a higher volume than the previous candle. Previous candle can be green or red. Okay. All right. Now the intraday high before that candle is called the resistance. So once again, I will put a resistance here. All right. This one. Done. Now, just remember, I have a buyer support confirmation candle. I have a resistance confirmation candle. Now I can start trading from this candle onwards, which means from this candle onwards, I can start trading. I cannot trade before this. Why? Because till the time your support confirmation and resistance confirmation has not happened, you cannot trade. Done. So from which candle can I start trading? 10:20 का candle, 10:20 का candle जो है वहां से मैं trading करना start कर सकता हूं. Done. So please remember one thing. When I want to start buying here or selling here, मेरे को करना पड़ेगा इसके बाद से. Now, are we going to find a seller's trap? Yes. Sir, seller trap क्या होता है? Seller trap is that red candle. It is that red candle which has a higher volume above the previous candle. Correct? So ये red candle है. It has a higher volume than the previous candle. And it is after the two zones. हमने ये दो zone बना लिए. अब हमको trap ढूंढना है. So the trap is this seller trap. I have just found my seller's trap. This is my seller's trap. Correct? Now the seller trap ka high or low, what do you need to check? Remember? Do you remember seller trap का क्या check करना है? Long के लिए high, right? So at the high of this seller trap हमको long करना है, right? So this is the seller trap here. तो हम लोग क्या करेंगे? हम लोग buy करेंगे. इधर एक horizontal line लगाते हैं. हम लोग इसका इधर में buy करेंगे. Now, if you see that this is just outside my zone, जो हमने zone बनाया ना resistance and support का, उसके just बाहर है. But this is just gone outside that zone, even though it has just gone outside that zone, लेकिन the wick has gone outside the zone, not the body. Still the body doesn't go, you can still trade. Fine. Now, हम लोग का resistance and support बना हुआ है, and we are in a situation where this candle ka high pe we have put a buy situation, and what will be this is my long entry. Okay, this is the point where I will go for a long entry. Now where will be my short entry? My short entry will be at a seller's, at a which one? जहां पे short कहाँ करना है? जहां buyer trap हो गया, so that would be a buyer's trap. But we are not going to go short. We are going to go long. So this is my long entry. But long entry करना कब है? When the price crosses the high of this red candle. This is the candle जहां पे seller लोग short करके फंस गए. हाँ, हम लोग institutions हम नहीं फंसेंगे. हम तो buy करेंगे इस candle के बाद. कहाँ buy करेंगे? जब इसका high break हो जाएगा. Correct? ना इसका high कहाँ पे break हो रहा है? इसका हाई ब्रेक हो रहा है इस कैंडल पे. ठीक है, राइट? सो हियर वी विल गो लॉन्ग. तो हम लोग अब क्या करते हैं, ये सारा डायग्राम क्लियर करते हैं. वी जस्ट क्लियर ऑल द ड्राइंग्स हियर. ठीक है, जस्ट रिमेंबर द कैंडल ऑफ 10:55. ठीक है, 10:55 का कैंडल एंड ये 10:20 का 10:30 का कैंडल. ठीक है, नाउ व्हाट डू वी नीड टू डू? हम लोग को लॉन्ग करना है आफ्टर दिस हाई इज ब्रोकन. दिस हाई इज ब्रोकन इन दिस कैंडल. So where we have longed, हम लोग वहां पे टूल यूज करेंगे, लॉन्ग पोजीशन. ठीक है, तो यहाँ पे हमारा लॉन्ग हो गया. Let's put my long position here. This is my long. Okay. Now where will I keep my stop loss? My stop loss will be in that trapping candle का low or the nearest swing low. So this is the nearest swing low. तो हमारा stop loss किधर है? हमारा stop loss होगा maybe somewhere here. यहाँ पे हमारा stop loss हो जाएगा. Fine. राइट? सो दिस इज माई स्टॉप लॉस. अब मेरा रिस्क है इतना, तो मेरा रिवॉर्ड होना चाहिए कम से कम 2 टाइम्स रिवॉर्ड होना चाहिए कि नहीं, एटलीस्ट 2 टाइम्स. तो हम लोग मान लो यहाँ पे 2 टाइम्स रिवॉर्ड कर दिए, अराउंड 2 टाइम्स इज अप्रोक्सीमेटली दिस. डन. अब क्या यहाँ पे लॉन्ग पोजिशन ट्रिगर हुआ. आफ्टर दैट डिड वी हिट अ स्टॉप लॉस एनीवेयर? डिड वी हिट अ स्टॉप लॉस? नो, नो, नो. डिड वी गेट आवर प्राइस? हमको क्या हमारा प्राइस टारगेट मिला? डिड वी गेट आवर प्राइस टारगेट? हाँ, यस और नो? हम लोग को मिला हमारा प्राइस टारगेट? यस वी डिड. और क्या चाहिए? दिस इज जस्ट अ रैंडम एग्जांपल आई हैव टेकन. करेक्ट? सो आप ऐसे ही करते जाओ. अब नाउ दैट यू हैव न्यू जोन्स, अभी ऑब्वियसली हम लोग जो सपोर्ट एंड रेजिस्टेंस बनाए थे, आई हैव टू मेक इट वंस अगेन. व्हाई? बिकॉज वंस अगेन इन व्हेन द प्राइसेस आर ट्रेंडिंग अप, तो आपको रेजिस्टेंस या सपोर्ट कोई ना कोई ब्रेक होगा. जनरली रेजिस्टेंस ही ब्रेक होएगा. सो वंस अगेन यू हैव टू सर्च फॉर अ बायर्स ट्रैप. ओके, आपको ये पोजीशन में आपका प्रॉफिट बुक हो गया इस कैंडल में. अब ढूंढो बायर सेलर्स ट्रैप ढूंढो, सॉरी नॉट बायर्स ट्रैप, सेलर्स ट्रैप ढूंढिए. what is a seller trap? A seller trap is that point where it's a red candle higher volume than the previous red candle. correct? तो हम लोग क्या करेंगे? सेलर ट्रैप ढूंढ लिए हम लोग. वी हैव आइडेंटिफाइड अ सेलर ट्रैप. दिस इज द नेक्स्ट सेलर ट्रैप. यहाँ पे हम लोग प्रॉफिट बुक कर लिए, हम लोग और लॉन्ग करेंगे. सो लेट्स आइडेंटिफाई अनदर सेलर ट्रैप. ये कैंडल का सेलर ट्रैप हो गया, राइट? सो हमारा बाई कहां पे करना है? एट द हाई. अब ये हाई ब्रेक होगा तब हम बाई करेंगे. ये रहा, ठीक है? सो हम लोग यहाँ पे लॉन्ग करेंगे. चलो चलो चलो, हम लोग यहाँ पे लॉन्ग करेंगे. लेट्स डू अ लॉन्ग हियर. कहां पे होगा लॉन्ग? हम लोग का लॉन्ग होगा इस कैंडल में. करेक्ट? इस कैंडल में हमारा लॉन्ग हो जाएगा. नाउ व्हेन वी विल लॉन्ग हियर, हम लोग कौन सा लो को स्टॉप लॉस रखेंगे? ये तो बहुत छोटा स्टॉप लॉस हो जाएगा. दिस इज गोइंग टू बी वेरी स्मॉल. सो ऑब्वियसली हमको लास्ट लो को स्टॉप लॉस रखना पड़ेगा, लास्ट स्विंग को. सो हम लोग यहाँ पे एक स्टॉप लॉस रखते हैं करीबन इधर. ठीक है, दैट्स योर स्टॉप लॉस. अब हमारा रिवॉर्ड कितना होना चाहिए? एटलीस्ट 2 टाइम्स. करेक्ट? तो हम लोग 2 टाइम्स या उससे ज्यादा भी आप रख सकते हैं, कम भी रख सकते हैं. लेट्स से आई एम कीपिंग 1.5 टाइम्स एक बार जस्ट. ठीक है, हम उससे ज्यादा भी रख सकते हैं. नाउ हमारा स्टॉप लॉस हिट हुआ? नहीं, अभी तक तो नहीं हुआ. हमारा टारगेट भी अभी तक नहीं आया. ठीक है, सो वी कैन कंटिन्यू. हमारा प्राइस टारगेट क्या था? हमारा प्राइस टारगेट बहुत हाई था. ठीक है, क्योंकि हमारा स्टॉप लॉस भी बहुत हाई है. बट एज ऑफ नाउ हमारा स्टॉप लॉस तो हिट नहीं हुआ. ठीक है, वी हैव गॉन लॉन्ग हियर. उसके बाद से प्राइसेस आर जस्ट मूविंग इन अ सर्कल हियर. नाउ यहाँ पे या यहाँ पे कहीं पे भी हमारा प्राइस टारगेट नहीं हिट हुआ, बट 330 होने वाला है. सो वील हैव टू बुक आवर प्रॉफिट. तो इसमें हमारा कितना प्रॉफिट होगा? हमारा प्राइस टारगेट नहीं आया बट 330 हो गया ना. सो वी विल हैव टू क्लोज आवर पोजीशन. तो हम लोग अगर यहाँ पे भी लास्ट कैंडल में भी प्राइस बुक करते हैं, वेयर डिड वी गो लॉन्ग? हम लोग लॉन्ग कब किए थे? 2364 पे. एंड हम लोग का कवर क्या हो रहा है? 2378 पे. सो स्टिल यू हैव गॉट एन इंट्राडे 14-15 रुपीज ऑन रिलायंस. नेक्स्ट डे you are seeing that the overall trend in the market is downtrend. तो अभी आप सेलर ट्रैप मत ढूंढो, आप बायर्स ट्रैप ढूंढो और शॉर्ट करो. You have understood this? This is the trapping mechanism. If you follow this trapping mechanism, then you will understand that how people go wrong by being on this side of the road instead of being on this side of the road. So मैंने आपको बोला मैं आपको रूल्स बताऊंगा, उसके बाद आप सीधे ऑब्जेक्टर बन सकते हो. बट इट इज वेरी डिफिकल्ट. इफ यू कैन अंडरस्टैंड इट्स फाइन, बट इफ यू कैन नॉट अंडरस्टैंड देन यू हैव टू स्टार्ट योर जर्नी फ्रॉम हियर. आपको यहीं से अपना जर्नी स्टार्ट करना होगा. बिकम अ डिफेंडर, लर्न ऑल द इंडिकेटर्स, पैटर्न्स, क्लासिक चार्ट पैटर्न्स, दिस दैट एवरीथिंग. इवेंचुअली यू विल गेट द मैच्योरिटी टू अंडरस्टैंड द प्राइस एक्शन. बट प्राइस एक्शन में करना क्या है? यू हैव टू जस्ट आइडेंटिफाई द बायर्स ट्रैप and seller's trap, but it has to be between the support and resistance. Every time you take a new trade and the candles go outside this support and resistance, then find another resistance confirmation candle or support confirmation candle and take a trade according to that. But try to identify the buyer's trap and try to identify the seller's trap based on what your trend is. Now some people will say, sir, if we don't identify a trend and we just find any seller's trap or buyer's trap, whichever comes first, you can do that also, not a problem. Okay, for those of you who wanted to get a list of all the books for the beginners who want to learn technical analysis, this is the list of the books you can read in technical analysis. This is one of the best list I have handpicked by me. This strategy is amazing, but the only thing is you have to hear it maybe 2-3 times, 4 times to understand it, or maybe if you have maintained notes, तब आपको वो समझ में आ जाएगा, क्योंकि आपने नोट्स में सब लिख रखा है. आई थिंक आपको कम से कम 1 हफ्ते लगेंगे इसको कॉन्सेप्ट को समझने में एंड मेक योर ओन रूल्स. But the overall concept is very simple. The concept is that there will be a trap. You have to understand that you have to think from the other party, which means institution के तरफ से सोचिए. Green candle जहां पे volume बढ़ गया है is actually a trap for the buyers. You have to short in it, provided उसका low टूटे. And अगर if you see a red candle with a high volume, it's a seller's trap. You have to go long in it. But once the high of that seller trap is broken, तब आप long करिएगा. Long करना है at the high of a seller trap and short करना है at the low of a buyer's trap. That's how it is. I don't know about the recording. Yes, obviously, if you hear it one more time or 2 more time, you will be able to hear it, understand it even more clearly. I'm not aware whether they can share the recordings of this session or not, or I'll suggest them if they can put it on some social media, maybe a YouTube or something, and you can just hear this entire recording on social media. It would be even better. So maybe I will tell them that if they can just upload it and share the link with all of you. Okay, all right. So yes, the rules, this is a great strategy. I'm telling you, the rules I have already written for all of you, the rules on the whiteboard. I mean, these are just the basic setup. Obviously in 60 minutes, I have tried my best to complete it all, but the rules are very simple. You have to find a buyer's trap, which is a green color candle, which has a higher volume than the previous candle. Okay. All right. Any previous candle can be green also or can be red also. You have to short at the low of that candle. Why? Because people's stop loss will get triggered there ना. तो आप वहां पे शॉर्ट करिए. लोग ऑलरेडी लॉन्ग कर चुके हैं और फंस चुके हैं, राइट? आपको शॉर्ट करना है, बट कहां? जहां पे लोग तंग आके एग्जिट कर जाते हैं अपना लॉन्ग पोजीशन एंड देयर स्टॉप लॉस गेट्स ट्रिगर्ड. बट योर स्टॉप लॉस विल बी एट द हाई, swing high of the nearest candles. Similarly, the rules for seller trap is that you have to go long on a seller trap, which means on a red candle which has a higher volume than the previous candle. But ये सब करने के टाइम याद रखना ये दोनों का बहुत जरूरत है. Okay, because now many people would say, sir, what is the use of resistance line and support line? ये तो हम बिना support line resistance line के भी कर सकते हैं. I'll tell you. When you have a resistance and support line and between that you are finding a trap, suppose this is a buyer's trap, you have identified एक buyer trap मिला क्योंकि इसका पहले का volume जो था इससे कम था. It could be green, it could be red, color doesn't matter. मतलब previous candle का volume should be higher than any previous candle. Fine. Now this is a buyer's trap. Now if this is a buyer's trap, it is between the resistance and support. अब यहाँ पे क्या होगा? हिसाब से अगले कैंडल इस लो को तोड़ेगा और यहाँ पे आएगा एंड यहाँ आएगा एंड यहाँ आएगा. तो आपका क्या होगा? आपको अपना शॉर्ट पोजीशन में यहाँ, दिस इज योर शॉर्ट, दिस इज वेयर यू विल शॉर्ट, you will get a lot of money in this short position here. Okay, just remember one thing, when you short here, okay, when you short here and you are looking for this as your loss area, this as your profit area, 1:2, correct? ये 1 है, ये 2 है, 1x है, ये 2x है. Please listen carefully. When you are going to short here, उसके बाद आपका ये सपोर्ट लाइन तो चेंज हो जाएगा ना अगर आपका प्रॉफिट बुक होगा तो, करेक्ट? राइट? तो उसी को तो डाउन ट्रेंड बोलते हैं कि सपोर्ट टूट जाने को. सो बिफोर द ब्रेकडाउन हैपेंड, आप एंट्री यहीं ले लिए. अदर लोग यहां एंट्री लेने वाले थे, आपने पहले एंट्री ले लिया. दैट्स व्हाई वी मेक दिस सपोर्ट एंड रेजिस्टेंस. अब एक बार आपका प्रॉफिट बुक हो गया, वंस यू हैव बुक्ड योर प्रॉफिट, आप फिर से नया सपोर्ट लाइन ढूंढिए. अगर स्टॉक कॉन्स्टेंटली नीचे जा रहा है तो आप शॉर्ट करेंगे, वहां से वो और नीचे चला गया, अब आपको नया सपोर्ट लाइन बनाना होगा. फिर शॉर्ट करेंगे, फिर नीचे जाएगा, अब आपको फिर एक सपोर्ट लाइन बनाना होगा. रिमेंबर, द ट्रैप कैंडल विल बी बिटवीन द सपोर्ट एंड रेजिस्टेंस, सो दैट यू नो कि ट्रेंड डाउन ट्रेंड है. अब मेरा ये रेजिस्टेंस है, ये सपोर्ट है, मैंने यहां पे शॉर्ट कर दिया ऑन अ बायर्स ट्रैप, करेक्ट? अब आई विल वेट कि मेरा स्टॉक नीचे जाए, और जाएगा ही, क्योंकि जब ओवरऑल ट्रेंड डाउन ट्रेंड है तो सपोर्ट टूटेगा, रेजिस्टेंस नहीं टूटेगा, सपोर्ट टूट जाएगा, एंड once again we will go down. अब जब एक बार आपका प्रॉफिट बुक हो गया शॉर्ट पोजीशन में यहाँ पे फिर से शॉर्ट करिए, फिर से इसको वेट करिए, बट डोंट ट्रेड आउटसाइड द रेंज, ट्रेड ओनली, मतलब ट्रैप कहां ढूंढना है, ट्रैप यू हैव टू फाइंड ओनली विद इन द रेजिस्टेंस एंड सपोर्ट। एंड कैसे पता चलेगा सपोर्ट कहां है, रेजिस्टेंस कहां है? वेरी सिंपल, जो भी पहला फर्स्ट ग्रीन कैंडल विथ अ हायर वॉल्यूम देन द प्रीवियस कैंडल है, वो आपका सपोर्ट कंफर्मेशन कैंडल है। I hope you all enjoyed the session. All the best to all of you. Happy learning and happy earning. Okay. Take care, guys. Okay. Bye-bye.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much to all the participants. Thank you.